On this episode with Dan on the Street, Dan meets up with Eden 2's very own Teresa Cirelli. Next on Dan on the Street.
We're about to meet Dan on the street, yeah. D-A-N, Dan on the street, yeah. Talking anything with Dan on the street, yeah. D-A-N, Dan on the street, yeah. 10314, just knock on Grace Foundation's door. If you really want to meet Dan on the street, yeah. Dan on the street.
And joining us today from the dayhab crew, we have Jenna and Rachel, and also Teresa Cirelli from Eden 2 of Staten Island. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Eden 2 and what the offerings are over there?
So Eden 2, we have programs and services for individuals, adults and children with autism. We have residential group homes, dayhab services, community habilitation, schools, so for children as young as 3 all the way up to 83.
You're involved overall with youth and adults?
Yeah, so as young as 3 in our preschool at Little Miracles, and then we're in the process of developing a senior program, so it'll be 55, 65, older than that. So, yep.
Can you tell us how you become involved in the not-for-profit field?
Sure. So before nonprofit, I actually worked in local politics, and I learned a lot of fundraising in that world. And then I took that skill and I transferred that over to the nonprofit world. And now I'm able to fundraise at Eden 2 and hopefully bring in all the money that supports our programs. I love that question.
Sounds good. So, do you have your brothers or sisters?
I have 2 sisters. Yeah, they both live in New Jersey.
They moved.
Well, I moved. I grew up in New Jersey, and then I came to Staten Island about 15 years ago.
15 years ago in 2007?
That sounds, yeah, about that, yeah. Good math.
And so, my favorite TV show is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I love Alvin.
What are some of the different upcoming projects, events, and things that Eden 2 is going to be programming for?
So in addition to our senior building, we have a big capital campaign rolling out to fundraise for that. We were fortunate enough to just get an award from Assemblymember Charles Fall. So that's going to help us launch that. We'll be rolling out the senior program, but we also have our golf outing coming up on July 22nd at Cirelli.
What changes would you like to see in relation to the autism community?
Definitely more understanding and acceptance. We're hoping to have a lot more employers reach out to us and partner with us to have our students work in those local businesses.
So employment placement on the island is an important function of what Eden 2 does. How many facilities, how many businesses are you working with right now? And there's always room for more jobs, right?
Right, exactly. So people with autism are historically underhired and underrepresented in the small business community. So we're looking for different partners. And actually that's part of my role with Staten Island Business Outreach, hopefully working with those businesses to have them have a deeper understanding of what we're doing at Eden 2.
Now, congratulations on your new role over there.
Thank you.
You want to share a little bit about that program as well?
Sure. So SciBox, Staten Island Business Outreach Center, we support people that are startup small businesses, existing small businesses. They also work with the Forest Avenue Bid. The Forest Avenue Bid contracts to SciBox to support their events. And MWBE businesses. So yeah, anything that supports local and small businesses in Staten Island.
What does Teresa like to do for fun in your spare time?
I'm kind of a couch potato. Netflix and eat all the snacks.
Do you guys have favorite snacks?
My favorite snacks is Kit Kats.
Oh, I like
The
Kit Kats.
Kat.
What's your favorite snack, Rachel?
My favorite snack is cheese doodles
Oh, cheese doodles are good.
and Oreo cookies.
Yep. Salty and
That sounds
sweet,
good.
like them both.
And that about wraps it up for today's episode of Dan on the Street. Thank you again to Rachel and to Jenna from the dayhab crew for joining us out here. And thank you to Teresa Cirelli from Eden 2. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Jenna.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.